So, what's happening in the Florida real estate market today? There's a lot to dissect, my friends. Florida, a state renowned for its sun-kissed beaches and energetic nightlife, is currently in the throes of a strained real estate market. The perpetrators? A robust concoction of soaring property taxes and skyrocketing homeowner insurance rates. To illustrate, Florida homeowners are met with an average property tax rate of 0.98%. while the cost of homeowner insurance rates has leapt to an average of $1,993 annually. These figures have seen a significant increase the past few years, weighing heavily on the financial stability of Floridians. Too often, homeowners find themselves in a monetary bind, their hard-earned income strained to cover these mounting costs. This distressing reality has, regrettably, cast a pall over the dream of homeownership for countless individuals, turning what should be a source of security and pride into a source of anxiety and concern. The issue is intricate and multidimensional, with a plethora of elements contributing to this disconcerting state of affairs. To shed light on this, let's explore a case study that encapsulates this predicament. Meet John, a Florida resident who is contemplating the painful decision of moving due to soaring costs. John, a middle-aged professional, nurtured a lifelong dream of owning a home in the Sunshine State. But the dream is slowly morphing into a nightmare. John's journey commenced with him acquiring a charming bungalow in a welcoming neighborhood. Initially, the property taxes of $5,000 and homeowner insurance of $2,000 appeared manageable. However, as years passed, they began to spike alarmingly. His property taxes have nearly doubled to a whopping $10,000 in the last 5 years, while his homeowner insurance premium has surged by a similar 100%, now standing at $4,000. The distress isn't solely due to the towering numbers. The unpredictability adds to the discomfort. John anxiously waits for his tax bill each year, uncertain about the new levels it might scale. The scenario is identical with his insurance premium. This relentless unpredictability has turned his dream of homeownership into a stress-inducing ordeal. And then, there's the financial strain. Despite having a stable job, the escalating costs have become increasingly hard for John to meet. Every month, a sizable 35% of his income is swallowed up by his property taxes and insurance, leaving him with less for other obligations. Consequently, he's had to scale back on vacations, dining out, and other pleasures he once relished. The future has become a source of concern for John. He fears that if these costs persist in their upward trajectory, he might not be able to afford his home in his retirement years. He's even pondered over selling his abode and moving to a state with lower property taxes and insurance costs. John's case isn't unique, but echoes the plight of many Florida residents. They're grappling with equivalent financial strain and stress, the same uncertainty and fear. And like John, they're contemplating abandoning their homes and the state they hold dear. Because ultimately, the dream of homeownership should bring comfort and joy, not financial burden and anxiety. Recent data indicates an alarming number of people are abandoning Florida, attributing their departure to the escalating property taxes and homeowner insurance rates. This is not merely a speculative claim. The increasing trends and data provide stark evidence. The Sunshine State, historically a refuge for retirees and dreamers of the tropical life, is witnessing a significant demographic shift. The cost of living, fueled by soaring property taxes and homeowner insurance, is compelling many to reconsider their Florida aspirations. Now let's examine the statistics. Over the past half-decade, the state of Florida has witnessed a substantial hike in property taxes, with some areas observing spikes of up to 50%. Homeowner insurance rates have been equally harsh, with annual increases in double-digit percentages becoming a standard occurrence. These mounting costs have spurred a mass departure from Florida, a phenomenon that's now popularly referred to as the Great Exodus. This departure isn't exclusive to retirees and temporary winter residents. Young families, professionals, and long-standing inhabitants are also part of this widespread migration. This exodus has far-reaching implications on Florida's economy and real estate market. With a decline in prospective buyers and an increase in homes available for sale, the prices are stagnating or even dropping in certain sectors, a glaring contrast to Florida's decade-long real estate boom. Moreover, the economic consequences are manifold. The reduction in the state's population translates to less consumer spending, thereby impacting local businesses. The mass departure also implies a reduced tax base, potentially leading to overstretched public services as the state wrestles with reduced income. This presents a daunting cycle that Florida needs to address to curb the outflows and safeguard its long-term financial stability. The Great Florida Exodus certainly paints a bleak picture. However, like all transitions, it also implies a blend of challenges and opportunities. This moment will undoubtedly be a crucial juncture in Florida's narrative, shaping its future. But what does this imply for prospective homebuyers contemplating Florida? We will delve into that question in the upcoming scene. Stay tuned. The current downturn in Florida's real estate market may present intriguing prospects for potential homebuyers. Now let's dissect this scenario with a fine-tooth comb. Every dark cloud has a silver lining, and it's no exception with the Florida real estate market. To some, the existing circumstances might seem like an obstacle, but for others, it could be a launch pad. Let's envision a situation where data indicates a decline in demand, which invariably leads to lower property prices. Yes, it's a plausible scenario. With the migration of residents due to steep property taxes and homeowner insurance, there's a probability that prices could plummet. This could pave the way for prospective homebuyers who've been biding their time, ready to dive into the market when the conditions are favorable. However, it's essential to consider the broader picture. While this situation projects a hopeful image, it's not devoid of its perils. The hefty property taxes and homeowner insurance that have been propelling residents out of Florida are not likely to dissipate anytime soon. If you're deliberating on investing in property in Florida, it's vital to integrate these expenses into your financial planning. It's also crucial to acknowledge that while property prices may decrease, they could also bounce back. The real estate market is an intricate entity influenced by a plethora of factors, from the economic landscape to demographic growth and even climatic conditions. Thus, while there might be potential for profit, there's also a risk of loss. So, what's the implication for future home buyers? It all boils down to thorough research. Scrutinize the market, comprehend the trends, and most significantly, understand your financial boundaries. Investing in property is a substantial commitment, and it's not one to be underestimated. Also remember, while there might be opportunities looming, they're not a certainty. The real estate market is dynamic, and what might appear as a golden opportunity today could metamorphose into a financial liability tomorrow. Despite emerging opportunities, it's evident that Florida residents are presently wrestling with the tribulations of a bloated real estate market. So stay vigilant and stay sharp. The future of Florida's real estate market is unpredictable, but with meticulous planning and judicious decision-making, you may just uncover your dream home. In conclusion, what we've gathered about the Florida real estate market is quite revealing. The Sunshine State's property landscape is under significant pressure, with soaring property taxes and homeowner insurance costs leading to a market distress. A case study, John's situation, underscores this strain, representing the plight of many residents. Consequently, this distress is sparking a mass migration from Florida in search of more affordable residences. However, the silver lining appears in the form of opportunities presenting themselves to future home buyers amidst these turbulent times. Therefore, grasping the complexities of Florida's real estate market has never been more crucial. Stay informed, be alert, and remember, every challenge breeds an opportunity.